Also der heutige Abend ist für mich persönlich, ich bin die Christine Adler, ich hatte schon die Freude, eigentlich seitdem es die Pashmin Art Gallery gibt, euch alle auf eine kleine Reise zu begleiten. Eine persönliche Herausforderung, denn genau in diesen Stunden vor genau 2 Jahren hat genau hier in Bad Tölz mein eigener Vater sehr plötzlich um sein Leben gekämpft, aber es war ganz plötzlich aus wirklich Vollfahrt, Herzinfarkt auf dem Blomberg und die Ärzte haben hier noch versucht, ihn zu retten und dann hat er sich um 21:21 Uhr verabschiedet. Und jetzt hatten wir geplant, eine Solo-Ausstellung in der Pashmin Art Gallery zu machen mit Zhang Dawo. Und auf einmal kam die plötzliche Nachricht, dass er im Alter von 81 Jahren auch ganz plötzlich wegen einer Lungenentzündung innerhalb von 48 Stunden auch uns hier auf der Erde erstmal als physischer Mensch verlassen hat.
Well, it is actually a very difficult moment, as Christina said, because when I think about it, it's something like what we have in Shakespeare's Hamlet, with one crying eye and one happy eye. We have to have this occasion. So on one time, we should be happy that we have this solo exhibition, and I was expecting Dava and Felicia to come here, but suddenly we had this sad news. However, this is the first posthumous exhibition of Zhang Dawo. And I'm sure that in any case, he will be happy now in these occasions because his life, I do not believe in death, just to let me tell you. Personally, I don't believe in death, okay, because we have some time to pass here on the earth and some time to pass somewhere else. So when the appointed time is finished, we have to say goodbye on one area and say hi to another area. So that is what I personally believe. However, we do not see some people physically anymore. That is a sad occasion, but this is part of life. As the Persian poet Ferdowsi says, "Haram kas ke zaudu zamaudat bemort." Whoever who is born from a mother will die sometime. Zhang Dawo was a Chinese calligrapher who was born in 1943. He was exposed to calligraphy at a young age and took private lessons from the 2 most distinguished practitioners in Tianjin, China. During the Cultural Revolution, he was barred from teaching and imprisoned for 18 months. Later, he found a job teaching at Capital University in Beijing. Since 1992, he lived part of the year in Tasmania, Australia, and part of the year in Beijing. His time in Tasmania served to remind him of the charm and the strength of abstract lines that are to be found in nature. So he also did some photography. Zhang Dawo, when he went to different landscapes in Tasmania, he took some photograph, for example, from a decayed tree trunk, from the part of the landscape, and he got some ideas from them and turned them into his art. This has led him to experiment with denser ink and create an impression of flight. Towards the end of the 1990s, his works had become progressively more abstract, developing a new form of Oriental abstract expressionism, which aims to reflect a spirit that is both traditional and contemporary, Oriental and Western, and deeply reminiscent of both the natural and man-made worlds. Zhang Dawo has also been fascinated by the tranquility that can be conveyed by the use of solid black in various forms. His vibrant brush strokes evoke feelings of happiness and freedom, while its ancient art style calls to mind the sacred scrolls used in Manichaean art, which were historically found in monasteries. Dawo's artworks explore the traditional Chinese calligraphy and use it to express contemporary ideas. He creates a sense of true freedom and life through his fast-moving brush strokes, utilizing Chinese ink on a special paper to create a fantasy world. Let me tell you, whatever you see here is abstract art, okay? You see some remnants of Chinese calligraphy, but I asked a Chinese person, I said, well, are there any Chinese characters, any Chinese words or sentences in it? They said no, okay? So he has turned pace by pace, step by step, from traditional calligraphy into abstract expressionism.